Visa overhaul, the Trump administration said that it would ask companies to pay $100,000 per year for H-1B worker visas, potentially dealing a big blow to the technology sector that relies heavily on skilled workers from India and China. Now, since taking office in January, Trump has kicked off a wide-ranging immigration crackdown, including moves to limit some forms of legal immigration. Now, the step to reshape the H-1B visa program represents his administration's most high-profile effort yet to rework temporary employment visas. That's the breaking input we're tracking in for you right at the top of this hour. We're given to understand that in a major visa overhaul, the Trump administration has said that it would ask companies to pay at least $100,000 per year, which is for H-1B worker visas, and that is potentially dealing a big blow to technology sector that relies heavily on skilled workers from India and China. So we will study the repercussions that this will have on the workers from India and China. CNN News 18's Europe editor Sanjay Suri joins us this morning. Sanjay, very good morning to you. What is the latest you're picking up on this?
Well, we've just had, of course, only a short while back a proclamation issued from the White House here by President Trump with the Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick standing beside him. And the decision has been dramatic. It's been far more extreme than anyone could have anticipated, despite warning noises from the administration against the H-1B visa. It's, as you've been reporting, a fee of $100,000 a year. Now, this is to be paid by the company that intends to bring workers into the U.S. on this program, and it is most certainly a very prohibitive cost, and it is intended really to discourage them from doing any such thing. There's no doubt at all that this is going to hit overwhelmingly Indian workers, and about 3 in 4 of people coming in to the US on the H-1B visas are Indians, but that is for a reason. The companies employing them are companies engaged in cutting-edge technology in the areas such as software development, and Indians have taken the lead in this. They want Indians for a reason. They've been recruiting Indians for that reason. Already the law prefers American citizens, but there just aren't enough of them qualified for such jobs, which is why Indians are being sought. And now this is really going to be a blow to Indian applicants, workers, aspirants, but even more, a bigger blow to US technology.
Sanjay, also, is this a push for sort of, protecting the American jobs, and will this have any repercussions on Indian and Chinese workers?
Well, most certainly. Look at it this way. We had more than 200,000 Indians approved on the H-1B visa last year, but a lot of these were applications that had been carrying over from earlier times, and the standard limit is 85,000 of H-1B visas issued, new visas to be issued per year, and that would include 65,000 from abroad and 20,000 those who are from American universities. Now, that is the annual quota, but every year consider that the number of US companies seeking H-1B visas and seeking recruitment under these visas runs into hundreds of thousands. There are very many more American companies wanting workers to come in on the H-1B visa program than is allowed under the program. That means the American companies simply cannot have enough of Indian workers doing these jobs. They want more and more, and the US government has now made a move to see that they should have less and less. So they've raised the nationalistic flag, and Howard Lutnick has done that repeatedly, saying that Americans should do these jobs. Well, perhaps in the best of worlds they should, but the fact is, as things stand, there are not enough Americans for these jobs, and American companies know that, which is why they've been asking for more workers than they've been able to get already. And now that number is going to be reduced greatly, because it's not easy to pay $100,000 a year in fee to bring in a worker.
Absolutely, 100 grand per H-1B is way too much. So do you think now India will focus on, rebuilding more of its Googles and MNCs?
Well, it is companies like Google, it is companies like Apple that have been employing these Indians. Silicon Valley, as we know, has been peopled at the top level with Indian professionals. What these companies will do in the immediate is not clear. They will want more people to develop their products, which of course is a challenging ask in a market as competitive and as rushed as the market currently is, and who they will get to do these jobs is far from certain. There's a further question. If it's $100,000 a year, will people currently on the H-1B program be required to pay annually $100,000 a year? The language so far is not very clear, and I know that there are people here who've already begun to express some apprehensions on that count. So there is a great deal of uncertainty here, how this will be implemented and how this will impact American business, and American business at the point where America is proudest of it and where America is most successful with it.
Absolutely, Sanjay. Do stay with us as we also move on to next piece of